Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakadash, that belongs to the elders and apostles of a great millstone, a salutation to the hopefully elect, Salakia, that pushes the truth in the four corners and highways and byways. All honors is due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. This is your brother Baradanya, back with a quick lesson. And we're going to be breaking down 2 Corinthians 13 from verse 8 to about 12. So with further ado, let's get into it. The scripture says, "For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth." Right? And there's some men that is in this truth, We can't do nothing against this truth. Why? Because, especially, this mainly stands for the elect, That, hey, when you get this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is, what sense it make you do things that can hinder the truth, Because we men, the Lord, and we in the spirit of the world. We in a car, we in the worldly life, We want nothing to do with the world. So that's why it says we can do nothing but for the truth, right? Be men the Lord. This wisdom open up to you. The only thing you can think about is doing the work, pushing out these videos, exciting brothers and these kind of things, right? Verse 9, it says, "For we are glad when we are weak, and ye are strong." Because this is when we is at the strongest point. This is when you're the lion, the bear, just come out in you. When you're at the weakest point, this is when you're at this actually your strongest, because you gotta fight with all your might to get out of your situation. So for we are glad when we are weak, and ye are strong, and this also we wish, even your perfection. Get scripture. Let me go to 1 Corinthians 4 and 10. It says, "We are fools for Mashiach's sake, but ye are wise in a Mashiach." Yeah, to these people, to two-thirds, we just look like fools, standing in the streets, preaching, talking to nobody, preaching to the wind. It said, "We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised." Yeah, we despise men the Lord today, just like how Yahushua was despised on the cross, despised all the works he do. They didn't believe he was the Mashiach. Same thing today. We just counterparts of a Mashiach, of Yahushua. All these brothers all over the world, everybody's a piece of Yahushua. He left a piece of himself on this earth. So we all is a part of him. There's men who get the 100% truth, that is. Starting with Great Millstone. Come. Let me go back to 2 Corinthians 13. In 2 Corinthians 13 and verse 10, it says, "Therefore I write these things being absent, lest being present I should use sharpness according to the power which Yahweh had given me to edification and not to destruction." Right? It said, "Therefore I write these things being absent." Now watch these scriptures. The scripture said that everything, let me see if I get a scripture. Written for our learning. Romans 15:4. "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope." Right? And this is why these scriptures was written, goes why Yahushua give these things to the apostles, and now the apostles give it on to us. passing down the generation to generation, you know. Prophets never went no way. So, you get back. It says, therefore I write these things unto you being absent, lest being present I should use sharpness according to the power which Yahweh had given me, to edification and not to destruction. This is why we gotta push this truth. This is why we gotta do these videos, we gotta do the work, so that other brothers all over the world could be edified, you know, and we could be built up and rooted. So I can't get another precept here. This is Ephesians 4 and verse 12. For the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of a Mashiach. And that's why these scriptures was written to us, you know. Or this is why this knowledge, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding was opened up unto us men who get it, you know, who get this truth. And brother, today we can't waste time with it, you know. We can't get it and put it on that bushel and feel on those videos and the next. We can't do that. We can't afford to do it, especially in this time that we're in. We can't afford to don't edify a brother, you know. So for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Mashiach. This is why these scriptures was written unto us, so that we can remember ourselves, because back in the past life, we don't know who we is today. We were prophets back then, but we don't know who we are today, because the scriptures say, a spirit of a prophet is subject unto a prophet, So we don't know who we are today, but these scriptures, through these scriptures, we just find ourselves, we just connect with the person, you know, who we was back then. You know, his spirit can, you know, be heavy on the person, you know, certain things like that. But these scriptures was bring me back to remembrance, remembering we first love. Let me go back. Let me go back to 2 Corinthians 13. Watching your dead, so I'll cut this video really short. Actually, that was the whole idea, making it kind of short. Anyway, this is verse 11. Finally, brethren, farewell, be perfect, be of good comfort, be of one mind, live in peace, and Yahweh of love and peace shall be with you. Alright? Because it said that we should be of one mind. And there's another thing that people don't understand. People just be wondering why are we Israelites different? They kind of say that we just like Christianity. They get different sects of Christianity and they get different sects of Israelites. Yeah. Just because we use one book, but the doctrine is off. We ain't of one mind. We get the mind of Yahweh, but they get the mind of this world. Majority of these other Israelite camps who ain't get 100% truth. Them men, they only fight before the 501c3 Act. Which they can't preach certain things, they can't teach truth. 501c3, they don't sell out, the doctrine off. So there are a few precepts for here today. It's 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. It says, now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our other one, Yahweh Mashiach, that ye all speak the same thing. Watch, we can't get unity, can't, because a lot of camps don't believe that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Likewise, we don't believe the mark of the beast is an embargo. So this is why we don't mix and meddle. Right? Not start getting off the topic, but this why we don't mix and meddle. It's by the name Sakan, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no division among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment. Khan. The next precept. Matthew 6 and verse 22. It says, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. You know, we got down one track. Nothing else other than one track, one music. You can't sing in rap when you can't want to sing in soul, and you want playing jazz at the same time. It's confusion. You know? We just blowing the trumpet over here. This is Galatians 1 verse 6. It says, I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Mashiach unto another gospel. And these other camps preaching another gospel. And you know what's the funny thing? Here was the funny thing. It's a which is not another. Why is which is not another? Because we're using this same book. You know, they're using this same book just like the Christians. They're using this same book and changing up. The scripture says you shouldn't change not one jot nor jittle from this book. You shouldn't take away, you shouldn't add. Once you do that, take away, add, even the smallest thing is not the truth, is not the truth. You understand? But there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Amashiach. That's why we don't mix with these groups. So 2 Corinthians 13 and 11. Finally, brethren, farewell. Be ye perfect, be of good comfort, be of one mind, live in peace, and Yahweh of love and peace shall be with you. Verse 12. It says, greet one another with an holy kiss. And I'm not going to this same holy kiss, but it's going back to, let me get the scripture. It's going back to, it's going back to the greeting that this why these great brothers, you know. This why these great brothers, after, when we meet anytime, we're good. It's Romans 16 verse 16. It says, salute one another with an holy kiss. The churches of Yahweh salute you. Of Mashiach salute you. You see, this is why we just greet one another. Give the brother the blessing and these things, you know. You never know how brother countenance was before he see you. And the blessings you give him or he gives to you. Raise your spirit, or you raise his spirit, you know. So, with that, hope this lesson is quick and to the point. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Barakatah to you. I can be soon out to this, and it's on to another video.